Do you like watching the coronation ceremonies of kings and queens? Then one thing that might have caught your attention is the crown on their head. Crowns are not just a headpiece, but a powerful sign of leadership and tradition. Understandably, it requires a special pair of hands to create a crown, along with time and dedication. It also requires a lot of money to create a crown. Although most of the crowns present today were made centuries ago, today their value is in millions. Therefore, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 12 most expensive crowns in the world, so without further ado, let's begin. At number 12, we've got the Crown of Sweden. The Crown of Sweden, specifically the crown of King Eric XIV, was crafted in 1561 by the Flemish goldsmith Cornelius Verweyden. This crown is a classic example of Renaissance jewelry characterized by its intricate design and use of precious metals. The crown features a circlet adorned with 4 larger leaves alternating with 4 smaller leaves, all embellished with pearls and gemstones, including rubies, emeralds, and diamonds. It was created in Stockholm in 1561 and has a rich history tied to the Swedish monarchy. It was made for the coronation of Eric XIV and has since been a symbol of regal authority and dignity. The crown was restored to its original appearance in the 1970s when the original mond and cross were reinstated, and a dark red velvet cap replaced the beaded gold embroidery cap made in 1778. The crown and coronets of Sweden have not been worn by Swedish royalty. However, they are still displayed at significant events such as weddings, christenings, and funerals. For instance, King Eric XIV's crown was last used for ceremonial purposes at the royal wedding in 1976. Given its historical significance, craftsmanship, and precious materials used, it's considered invaluable and a priceless artifact of Swedish heritage. However, it is estimated as a price of $1 million. At number 11, we've got George IV State Crown of the UK. The crown was crafted with an innovative gold and silver frame by Philip Leibart of Bridge in Rundell. It stands 16 inches tall and is adorned with 12,314 diamonds, making it one of the most extravagant crowns ever made. The cap inside the crown is made of blue velvet trimmed with ermine, adding to its regal appearance. It was encrusted with a staggering number of precious stones, including diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and sapphires. However, most of these jewels were on loan and had to be returned after the coronation. It was commissioned specifically for the coronation of King George IV in 1821. The king desired a coronation more spectacular than that of his French rival Napoleon, which led to the creation of the crown. The crown was used only once during King George IV's coronation and was dismantled in 1823. After being dismantled, the crown was purchased by Asprey in 1987 and later acquired by Geoffrey Bolkiah, Prince of Brunei, who presented it to the United Kingdom. It is now part of the royal collection and was on public display in the Martin Tower at the Tower of London from 1996 till 2023. It is currently displayed in the Tower Jewel House. Given its historical significance and the value of the materials used, its current valuation is significantly higher. Its current price is $1 million. Next, we've got the Crown of Norway. The Crown of Norway, specifically the King's Crown, was made in Stockholm in 1818 by the goldsmith Olaf Wilborg. It is a corona clausa, or closed model, consisting of a ring carrying 8 hoops made of gold, surmounted by a mond of blue enamel and an amethyst crossed on top of it. The crown is adorned with numerous pearls and gemstones. Its front is particularly notable for a large green tourmaline, which was a gift from the Brazilian consul in Stockholm to King Charles III Johan. It was commissioned by Carl Johan for his coronation in 1818, as none of the medieval Norwegian crowns or neither regalia had survived. Carl Johan himself ordered and paid for the creation of the crown and other regalia. The crown has been used for 4 coronations and has had a prominent place at 2 benedictions. It has been placed on the coffin of deceased monarchs since King Carl Johan's death in 1844. The last coronation in Norway was that of King Haakon VII and Queen Maud in 1906, after which the requirement for coronation was removed from the constitution in 1908. The crown is kept in Nidaros Cathedral and is on display there. Given its historical significance, craftsmanship, and precious materials used, it's considered invaluable and a priceless artifact. However, its estimated price is $1.5 million. At number 9, we've got the Crown of St Wenceslas. The crown is made of 21 to 22 karat gold, which translates to 89 to 92% purity. This high gold content gives the crown its rich, lustrous appearance. It's decorated with a total of 91 precious stones and 20 pearls. Specifically, it includes 19 sapphires, 44 spinels, and 1 elbaite. It features 2 hoops and an upstanding cross at the point of intersection, without a mond, which means a globe-like structure. The crown was made in 1347 for the coronation of Charles IV, the King of Bohemia and the Holy Roman Empire. It was dedicated to St Wenceslas, the first patron saint of Bohemia. Charles IV was the first to be crowned with the crown in September 2nd, 1347. He intended the crown to be used exclusively for the coronation of the future Bohemian kings. It was later used for the coronation of Ferdinand V in 1836. The crown is kept in the chamber within St Vitus Cathedral in Prague, secured by 7 locks. The keys to these locks are held by 7 high-ranking officials, including the President of the Czech Republic and the Archbishop of Prague. The original crown is not displayed to the public, only a replica is shown. Today, it's displayed only on extraordinary occasions. Its current price is $7 million. Next, we've got the Imperial Crown of India of the UK. The Imperial Crown of India weighs 2.03 pounds and is set with 6,170 diamonds, 9 emeralds, 4 rubies, and 4 sapphires. A notable feature is a 32-carat emerald at the front of the crown. The crown was designed by the crown jeweler Garrett & Company and features a silver frame laminated with gold. The band is decorated with 16 jewel clusters, including emeralds and sapphires, and is topped with 4 crosses patée and 4 fleur-de-lis, each set with additional emeralds, rubies, and diamonds. The crown is notable for its 8 half arches, which point upward in an Asian style, unlike other British crowns. It also includes large oval ruby and a square emerald in the top cross. The crown was created in 1911 for King George V and Queen Mary's trip to India, where they were proclaimed Emperor and Empress of India and the Delhi Durbar. King George V wore the crown only once during the Delhi Durbar in 1911. The crown has not been used since King George V returned from India. After its use, the crown was added to the regalia of the Tower in London and is currently on public display in the Jewel House at the Tower of London. It is now estimated to be worth $6.7 million. At number 7, we've got the Crown of Denmark. The Crown of Denmark, specifically the Crown of Christian V, was produced 1670 and 71 for Denmark's second absolute monarch. This crown weighs more than 2 kilograms and was created by the German goldsmith Paul Kurtz, who worked in Copenhagen. It's made of gold and decorated with flat table-cut stones. The crown is a significant artifact of Danish heritage, characterized by its intricate design and craftsmanship, making it a perfect example of Renaissance jewelry. The crown of Christian V was specifically made for his coronation and has been a symbol of the Danish monarchy since its creation. The crown was last used for the coronation of Christian VIII in 1840. Today, the crown of Christian V is used ceremonially under the castrum dolores tradition, which means Payne's bed in Latin. It denotes the tradition where a closed coffin is placed on a raised platform, sometimes called a catafalque, and lies there for public viewing for some time. This is the last ceremony in which the Danish crown jewels are still used when they are laid on the coffin of a deceased monarch. The crowns and regalia are kept in the treasury at Rosenborg Castle and are used symbolically. Given its historical significance, craftsmanship, and precious materials used, it's considered invaluable and a priceless artifact of Danish heritage. Its estimated price is $11 million. Next, we've got the Crown of Bavaria of Germany. The Crown of Bavaria is a masterpiece of craftsmanship created by the renowned French goldsmith Boyanus. It's set with a variety of precious stones, including rubies, diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, and pearls. The crown has a height of 23.3 centimeters and a diameter of 26.5 centimeters, making it a substantial and visually impressive piece. The crown was designed in the Empire style, drawing inspiration from the crown of Louis XV of France. It features a combination of gold and silver with intricate settings of various gemstones. The crown was never worn by the sovereign, but was placed on a cushion during royal ceremonies. The Crown of Bavaria was commissioned by King Maximilian I to commemorate Bavaria's elevation to kingdom status by Emperor Napoleon I in 1806. The crown was part of a larger set of royal insignia, included a scepter, sword, and orb, all created to symbolize the new kingdom status. The crown was used primarily for ceremonial purposes. It It was displayed on a cushion during significant events such as the king's ascension to the throne and his funeral. Despite its grandeur, the crown was never worn in public by the king. It is currently on display in the treasury of the Residence Palace in Munich. It is now estimated to be worth $17 million. At number 5, we've got Queen Victoria's small diamond crown of the UK. The small diamond crown of Queen Victoria was created in 1870 by the Crown Jewelers Garrett & Company at the request of Queen Victoria. The crown is made of silver and follows the standard design for British crowns, featuring 2 arches joining at the mond, surmounted by a cross, with no internal cap. It is set with 1,187 diamonds, including 1,162 brilliant cut and 138 rose cut diamonds, weighing a total of 132 carats. The crown measures 10 centimeters in height and 9 centimeters in diameter, and it weighs approximately 160 grams. It features a crest of crosses patée and fleur-de-lis arches, and it's topped with a mond and a cross, similar to the Imperial State Crown. It was commissioned by Queen Victoria in May 1870, following the death of her husband, Prince Albert. Queen Victoria first wore the crown at the state opening of Parliament, the 9th of February 1871. After Queen Victoria's death in 1901, the crown was placed on her coffin at Osborne House and traveled with her body to London for a funeral. In 1937, King George VI deposited the crown in the Jewel House at the Tower of London, where it remains on public display today. It is now estimated to be worth $39 million and is also considered a priceless artifact. Next, we've got the Queen Mary's crown of the UK. Queen Mary's crown is composed of a silver frame lined with gold and set with 2,200 diamonds, mainly brilliant cut with some rose-cut diamonds. The crown features an open-work band set at the front with a detachable rock crystal replica of the Cullinan IV diamond, a large cushion-shaped stone with a frieze of quatrefoils and rosettes, each with a large brilliant in the center, surrounded by smaller stones. The mond is pavy-set with diamonds and surmounted by another cross with rock crystal replica of the pearl-shaped Cullinan III diamond in the center. Queen Mary's crown was created in 1911 by Garrett & Company for the coronation of King George V and Queen Mary. The crown originally contained the Koh-i-Noor diamond, weighing 105.6 carats, and the Cullinan III and IV diamonds. Queen Mary was crowned with her new crown by the Archbishop of Canterbury during the coronation ceremony at Westminster Abbey in June 1911. The crown was also worn by Queen Mary in 1937 for the coronation of her son, King George VI. The crown is kept in the Jewel House at the Tower of London and was moved to a secret location during World War II to protect it from possible bombing. It's estimated to be worth $50 million. At number 3, we've got St Edward's crown of the UK. The crown was made of 22 karat gold and adorned with 444 precious and semi-precious stones, including rubies, amethysts, sapphires, garnets, topazes, and tourmalines. It stands 12 inches tall and weighs approximately 4.3 pounds. The crown also features a velvet cap with an ermine band, adding to its regal appearance. St Edward's crown has a rich history dating back to the 13th century. The original crown was a holy relic associated with Edward the Confessor, one of the last Anglo-Saxon kings of England. This original crown was kept at Westminster Abbey until it was either sold or melted down during the English Civil War in 1649. The current version of St Edward's crown was made for Charles II in 1661 as a replacement for the medieval crown. The crown was not used for over 200 years due to its weight, but the tradition was revived by George V in 1911. And it's been used in subsequent coronations, including that of King Charles III in 2023. The crown is normally on public display in the Jewel House at the Tower of London. St Edward's crown is primarily used during the moment of coronation, symbolizing the sovereign authority of the monarch. The estimated value of St Edward's crown is approximately $57 million and is considered a priceless artifact. Next, we've got the Imperial Crown of Austria. The crown is made of pure gold. It is adorned with diamonds, rubies, spinel rubies, sapphires, pearls, and cushioned with velvet. It features a combination of secular and religious symbolism. It has 3 principal elements: the circlet with fleur-de-lis mounts, the high arch descending from the Imperial Crown, and the golden mitre, symbolizing the divine right of the emperor to rule. The crown is topped by a large bluish-green emerald symbolizing heaven. The golden mitre depicts 4 aspects of Imperial Rudolf II's position in relief, including his victory over the Turks. The crown was commissioned by Emperor Rudolf II in 1602 and crafted by the Brussels-born goldsmith Jan Vermeyen at the Prague court. The crown was used to crown the emperors of the Holy Roman Empire until its dissolution in 1806. Under threat from Napoleon, Emperor Francis II dissolved the Holy Roman Empire and proclaimed the Austrian Empire on August 11, 1804. He designated the old crown of Rudolf II as the crown of the new empire. The crown became formally known as the Imperial Crown of Austria and was used in the coronation ceremonies. The crown is now displayed alongside an orb and scepter in the Imperial Treasury at the Hofburg complex in Vienna. It's estimated to be worth $60 million. And at number 1, we've got the Imperial State Crown of the UK. The crown is made of gold, silver, and platinum. It's adorned with 2,868 diamonds, 273 pearls, 17 sapphires, 11 emeralds, and 5 rubies. Some of the most famous stones in the crown include the 317.4 carat Cullinan II diamond, the St Edward's sapphire, the Stuart sapphire, and the Black Prince's ruby. The crown features a base of 4 crosses alternating with 4 fleur-de-lis, above which are 4 half arches surmounted by a cross. It includes a purple velvet cap with an ermine border and is lined with white silk. The crown stands 12.4 inches tall and weighs 1.06 kg. The crown has existed in various forms since the 15th century. The modern version was made in 1937 for the coronation of King George VI based on the design created for Queen Victoria in 1838. The crown has undergone several modifications, including a significant alteration in 1909 to accommodate the Cullinan II diamond. It was resized for Queen Elizabeth II in 1953, with the arches lowered by 2.5 centimeters. The crown is worn by the monarch at the end of the coronation ceremony, replacing St. Edward's crown. It was worn by King Charles III at the end of his 2023 coronation. The crown is on public display in the Jewel House at the Tower of London. Its current price is valued at $6.2 billion. And with this, we wrap up this video. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find our channel interesting, then subscribe to it. Thank you. See you in our next video.